Hello, Brendan. What are you doing? They are burns. I didn't have time to unmask them last night like I would have liked to have after I clear coated them because I had to go home and get the babies from my mom's house. So we're doing it now. The way I don't like to do it, after the fact. Eric's glides, A. You've been contracted by Epic Eric to create a glide, is what I'm hearing. What is this glide supposed to do? What is the purpose of this glide? Hello, Bernsey. So I follow this painter dude on YouTube, and he works at a Acura dealership, and he does he paints cars, and I've always watched him, and he's always worn a half mask when he sprays in the spray booth, and I always thought to myself, these guys are like fogging up this spray booth. Why doesn't he wear a full mask? Because you know it's getting all in his eyes. And he posted a video yesterday. It was like, I went to the doctor, and they said I'm in good health, but they told me if I want to continue painting, I need to get rid of the half mask because it's deteriorating my eyes. It's like, no shit, dude. Like, give me a break. I feel like it's too dark in here. Hello, Anthony. John, what's up? Baitfish Glide wanted 10. Good googly moogly. Hello, Bass. Hello, Bass. Looking for beds? Doesn't sound like a bad way to spend your Sunday. Not a terrible way. Am I all right? I mean, I'm good as I can be. No, that's what and the dude even mentioned in his video, he's like, there's somebody always in one of my videos that tells me to ditch the half mask and get a full mask. It's like, yeah, dude. Like, you've been painting for 25 years. And now you're like, half masks are bad. I should probably go see a eye doctor myself, Bobby. I think we all probably should. As we go get up in age, the old optometrist. Dude, I saw a guy, I was telling my sister and her kids, they were asking about just like It was like campfire stories one night. I think it was over Christmas, and I saw this guy, and I don't know if he was like he was a black guy, Hispanic guy. He was some sort of ethnicity, but he had pretty dark skin. And I was this is when I was in Austin doing like mobile car washes. So I would drive around, and I had a trailer, and it had like water and all my stuff hooked up to it, so I could like wash cars on site. Um, and I was in the hood, and I was washing this dude's car, and we'll call it detailing because it sounds better. I was detailing this guy's car, and this guy comes, this older dude, just comes, kind of scrawny older dude comes walking down the street, looks kind of scraggly, and I'm washing like the hood of the car, and the guy's kind of got his head down, and I'm not gonna let this guy like walk behind me and not like and just keep doing what I'm doing. So I stand up so I can see what he's doing because I'm in the hood, and he walks by and he looks up at me, and when I look at that son of a bitch's eyes, they are white. And when I tell you they're white, they are white, like silver. No pupil, no iris, nothing. And I looked at him, and like the hair on my back, like neck stood up. I was like, "What's up?" And he kind of just like walked on by me. It's like, "Is that normal? Is that normal?" It's the only person I've ever seen like that. He might have been a lizard. Name that bait. I don't know. You name it. You name it, Burnsy. This could be my favorite color I've ever made, though. What is it? I don't know, Burnsy. You name that bait. Let me get the. It's small, and it has a little square bill on it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it just came as a sample, and then I went and ran it and said, "Builder dude, this one's legit. Whatever it is, let's multiply it." Sounds like Manson shapeshifted. Could have been, but the interesting thing was the guy wasn't blind because he was walking up and down the street like without a cane or like any kind of seeing impaired stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what he was. I don't know what kind of creature he was. I don't know what kind of shapeshifter he was. White out contacts. This dude was definitely not looking like the type that was putting in contacts. This dude was definitely more the type that hadn't been to the doctor in about 37 years. It's small, builder dude. It's small. It looks bigger than it is on the camera. It's not microscopic small, but it is not huge. It is not a BDS slip, I don't think. It doesn't appear to be one. It looks more narrow because it's in line with the body. I think it's one of those randoms that I sent you and said, what is this? And I don't know that you knew. I think it was just a bait that you built that ran real good. Might get to name it. We might have a new bait to name. Ryan, I got to mow the yard too. Maybe I'll get done unmasking these and go home and cut the grass myself. My mom's got the kids. Amy's out of town. She's in Austin. My mom and dad are holding down the kids at their house. I'm supposed to go get them at like 4, so I gotta get moving. Show the other one. It's the fat, I think. Let me unmask this one for you. Boo boo. Pound beers and cut grass. It'll be short-lived. I'll have to like speed cut the grass and then go run and get them. I don't know what this is. This I painted too much light. This I painted after a shad I saw last weekend. It was just floating in the river, and it looked wildly identical to that. Wildly identical. I picked it up and I looked at the shad and I said, I'm going to paint you. I didn't even take a picture because my phone was too hot to turn on. It said, cool down your phone before you do anything. And I couldn't take a picture of the shad, but you can use your imagination because that's exactly what it looked like. Mini Mac and a 1.0. Got it. Now we all know. Now we have all been educated. The blind 1.0. Cool color though. Cool color. I'll let you know though. I like that color so much. I painted one of these. I took one of those Halloween baits that didn't sell. I got a few left. I repainted one of those to look like this to throw in my box. That's pretty much my uniform there, guys. That's pretty much my uniform. You know, Bobby, I was sitting there and I knew kind of what I wanted as far as the base color was. I wanted the I wanted the bottom to be that kind of powder blue look, and I wanted the top to be kind of a chartreusey look. But then I came to a roadblock. Exactly, BBC. Flashy but natural. It's like it's bright, but it's subtle. It's weird. It's like it puts off a lot of light, but it's also not like doesn't. It's not offensive. Off to mow. Have fun. But I knew what I wanted the base to look like, but I didn't know. The question was shoulder scale color, and I started thinking about it, and I was like, man, I think I've been here before, and I was going to do green, and then I was going to do something iridescent. And I was like, no, it needs something. Needs something different. So I went with that. If anybody wants to crack the code, that scale color is not orange. It's golden yellow. So I put golden yellow over chartreuse, and it gave a really succulent look to the whole bait. The bait would not look as cool with a different shoulder color. Grilled cheese cookie. Later, bro. Good choice. I really hate doing this after the fact. But yeah, I was into this one. I was into this color. It's good when they come to life. You know what I mean? When you got it in your head and you're like trying to get it out. Because I could have painted the shoulders green, and I would have probably just continued to look at it like well into the future and said, something's wrong with that. That's not right. But this one I got right. Not much. Not much. Working weekends. Trying to catch up. You get the boat running, Brian?
Military screwed up my pay, so it might be a few weeks before I send those. Oh, all good. How's the government screw up your money? I guess they screw up a lot, so I can understand. Don't get me started on them and money. Don't get me started. BBC, what have you been doing? You've been quiet. Why so quiet, bro? Like the DMV, but on a bigger scale. I re-enlisted and they didn't upload my paperwork, so the system thinks I separated. Oh, wonderful. How wonderful. As a civilian, it really is frustrating trying to deal with anything government related, as I'm sure some of y'all have found out. But I've had some issues, and it is very painful. Because the first problem is the federal government will never claim fault, ever. When was the last time you heard them say, you know what, we screwed up. Sorry, we'll fix it though. They don't. They just put you in a perpetual flushing toilet, sending you to other departments and people, telling you the same thing. We're not really sure what happened, but we didn't dick up. We certainly didn't mess up. The Bank of BBC is here to help, Bobby. It's a new credit union that just opened in Georgia. Just life. Well, BBC's growing up and settling down. Get him a couple youngins. Get him a house, white picket fence. He'll be off to the races. He'll be off to the races. All right. Those are done. How many more drop baits do you have? I have that box. And then I have a box for Eric. Right here. Looks like I got one more left for me and one more for Eric. Stearman, same thing I've been doing the last 7 years, bro. Working. Same old, same old. Top waters are in the mail. It's Mr. Stearman's favorite. Speaking of, speak of the devil, never stops. You never get ahead, ever. Ever. In fact, you just get more behind. It's a pretty awesome feeling, actually. Then when you think you get ahead, you get turned back 4 steps. Farther ahead than you were, or farther behind than you were before you thought you got ahead. What's the best live bait, Cameron? Educate us. Because I know in some states, you can't fish with bluegill, and some you can because it's like a game fish. You're not supposed to fish with bluegill. Or maybe that's all states. I don't know. Kool-Aid chicken. We must be talking catfish. My dad, he's a he does those Kool-Aid garlic red wieners, and they work pretty good. Got to be cherry. Got to be cherry. They won't eat grape, only cherry. They're feeling good. Oh. I'm being pursued by a chick I went to high school with. She might be my only opportunity for a native gill. Uh-oh. Why didn't it work out in high school? Where was she? Where was she in actual high school? TK, are you going to the Turnpike show in North Georgia with me, then hitting the water? BBC, I don't think so. I don't think I'm doing anything. Coffee, get them jacked. Somebody said that coffee, if you sprinkled it in your yard, would repel mosquitoes. Amy tried it. Turns out, bullshit. The mosquitoes suck that stuff up like a 70-year-old retired dude on his front porch at 6 a.m. Massive bass out of a trophy pond, all on chicken. That's pretty incredible. You should start a YouTube channel on how to catch bass on chicken. Just a chick you had the hots for, and she comes crawling back. Interesting. Interesting. Sounds like you won the lottery, bro. You won the lottery. My dad almost has his bass boat ready to go. Should be going some good fun fishing. Cameron, if you're out there catching slobs on cherry chicken, I mean, it sounds like a pretty good start to a viral YouTube channel. But there's a catch. After you catch them, you have to put them in a cooler and then take them up to your local convenience store or fast food restaurant and hold up the bass for a photo shoot. Cameron, just do a whole series and see what kind of strange foods you can catch a bass on. How dumb are bass? What will they eat? John Fox feed a pizza? Probably. I don't know who John Fox is, but I mean, I don't know. If he's one of those pet bass gurus, probably. BBC, the problem is when you get to be our age, up into your 30s, 40s, they're all crazy though. They're all crazy. You got to think there's been a lot happen between now and high school to crazy somebody up. Males included. You've only got 3 channels? Well, yeah, you just gotta the difference is your crazy kind of has to match. Your level of crazy kind of has to match. Oh, 3 channel cats, not YouTube channels. Well, maybe I need to start infusing my baits with chicken and cherry Kool-Aid flavoring. Put a little salmonella juice in my clear coat. Cameron, prove it, bro. Prove it. Tag me in the video. Tag me in the channel. And say, here we are. I did it. We out here catching bass on chicken. You thought I was lying. I'm not. It's real. I mean, Cameron, these guys out there in Japan and here now, they're catching on fuzzy dice. Like, to say you caught something on chicken is not crazy. Tropicool. What's happening? I don't have the talk. I don't have the talk, unfortunately. It would probably be very popular content over there. Probably very popular. I don't keep up with the TikTok trends. All about fishing. Do you bass fish? And if you do, have you ever heard of catching bass on raw chicken with soaked in cherry flavored chili, because Cameron is also new here and he says he slays on chicken. Caught a 12-pound bass out of a pond on a piece. It was incredible and a hell of a fight. Fought more than a catfish. This is starting to sound like a real fishing story. BBC, you have private lakes. You should go test this theory. Try it. Cameron, it's going to be hard for me to go and take chicken on my boat. And instead of throwing one of these glorious, beautiful Marty Burns custom painted crankbaits, pick up a piece of disgusting raw cherry chicken and put it on my hook. Even if I didn't catch a 12-pound bass, I think I would get more enjoyment out of not handling raw chicken and casting a crankbait. It'd probably work good on griddle, I bet. Rarely fish bass going to go offshore at Sarasota. Oh, I'm in Mobile on the beautiful Gulf of Mexico, so got a lot of offshore guys over here. A lot of offshore stuff over here. Never. People have told me I needed to get into painting baits for offshore stuff, like trolling, like king mackerel and GTs down in like the Pacific and over there, like in Guam. Got a buddy in Guam, and he's like, "You need to make these GT baits." Stains your hands sometimes. They can get smelly if lifting the heat and it works. It's kind of like a pork frog. You gotta, when you move spots, you gotta leave your bait hang in the water so it doesn't dry out. When I'm fishing in a canal, my hook goes to the side of the canal. You mean you cast over the canal to the other side of it? Never heard about the toad from the dock. Oh, the toad from the dock. No, I think that was afternoon one. Like I think we got up there on Friday afternoon, and I walked out on the dock, and kids went out there and they were farting around, and then they went back up to the house. I said, let me grab a pole and see what's swimming around out here. So I grabbed a pole that had the same crankbait that I had tied on for the last time I went fishing, and made a couple casts down the side of the dock, didn't catch anything, and there's this like cane pile. It's like a crappie bed, it's like a steak bed, and it's a bunch of sticks. I whiz my crank piece down the side of it. The old big one bit. And I told Amy when the fish bit, I felt it, and I was like, this is a big one. And it came up, and we saw it, and she's like, holy crap, dude. It's like, yeah, how am I going to land this thing? She was like, I don't know. I was like, you're going to have to hold the rod. And handed her the rod. I leaned down, laid on my belly, got the double grip. So Tropicool. We appreciate you, dude. Thank you. But yeah, I was probably it's probably pushing 5, which is that fish shouldn't have been there this time of year, but it was. So strangely enough, I will say I've only been up there like 3 times in the last like year and a half, and every trip I've been up there, I've caught a big one there. Doesn't matter the time of year. All on a crankbait. Actually, I take that back. 2 of them were on a crankbait. One of them was on a crappie jig. That was in August. But I have the bait still tied. It's her. The old big nasty couldn't resist. Couldn't resist. Still got all the scales. Oh, you're a lady. I'm sorry. I thought you had a beard. I think now that I look really close, it looks like you have long hair and it's drooping down by your neck. I thought it was an underbeard. Cameron, if you're into putting goofy stuff on your fishing baits, I got one for you. Alka-Seltzer. Try that one. Take an Alka-Seltzer and put it inside your chicken and report back. All right. Hey, these are done finally. Cameron, I don't have any lures. Alka-Tube. What do I look like? A guy that's got a bunch of fishing lures laying around? Now we've got I will say in my defense, I call my daughters bro and dude. It's just a habit. Now my daughter, my oldest, who's 5, calls everybody bro and dude. It's pretty hilarious. Pop, BBC, pop. Show and tell. Yeah, we'll get to that. I got to get all these done so I can go cut the grass. I might list these on the old web. Might list these on the old interweb today. These are Epic Eric's whatever. I don't know what these are. I don't know if these are regular Epic sheds, medium Epic sheds. I just paint. How about a whatnot? What not what? Which baits? Do I stream when I pour them? No. I just stream when I have downtime, like when I'm unmasking the bills or if I'm sanding the baits, anything that's like prep related where I can sit here and or if I'm dotting I's, like these I's on these baits, I'll sit here and dot those. But if I paint, there's typically a fan running and lots of noise and compressors, and it's very loud. It wouldn't be very enjoyable to watch. You don't have a Lexan Epic Shad, Bobby? Red Bull? That's expensive bait, bro. You must be rich. Using Red Bull for fish marinade. Yeah, this is just a rather than sit here by myself and mindlessly watch Kurt Cobain conspiracy homicide videos, I talk to you guys instead. And I think I've run out of those Cobain videos. I think I've seen them all. Cameron, you're gonna deplete the lakes. I'm pretty certain when you incorporate the Alka-Seltzer into your Kool-Aid chicken. I don't think there are going to be any bass left. Screw whatnot. Bobby, you know like whatnot? Cameron, I try not to drink the energy drinks. Work employees. Yeah, this is like our smoke break talks, or what do they call it? Water cooler. Not that businesses have water coolers anymore. No, I'm not saying it. I'm saying you're going to catch them all because it's going to be so effective. It doesn't kill fish. Alka-Seltzer doesn't. It just bubbles and makes them attracted to it because they see the bubbles and they go, "Ooh, what's that?" And then they see it's a big juicy chicken neck and they go. Well, Bobby, I think you're going to get your chance at a. I think Eric is going to list some of these baits for sale. If you are interested, I believe. And I believe you're going to be able to choose from this color, which is don't know. What is this color, Bobby? Green shoulder, copperback. I have to watch Smallmouth Crush. Just send Eric a message. Say, listen, dude, I don't want to watch that shit. Just tell me when the baits are coming. Just feed me. Just feed me. Grandma says the neck is the best part. Some would argue that. I don't like dark meat. I don't like the texture of it. Too juicy. Too juicy. Horton, yeah. I feel like these names like get kind of bastardized over time. Like certain variations, and I don't know. I quit trying to keep up. I quit trying to keep up. Just different people have names for different stuff. You know what I mean? Do people really use bass for catfishing only? I've never heard people actually fishing with bass. No. I think it's against the law. I know people fish with bluegill. I've never seen or heard of such. But nothing surprises me anymore. I'm sure there's plenty of dipshits out there who have done that for trying to make a viral fishing video. Chartreuse Classic. It's different than that, though. Because Ed's Chartreuse Classic has silver under the green. So that makes it different. Horton, I think, maybe close. I think it's Horton. That would be without the silver underneath. Chartreuse Classic would be this. Similar but different. Cameron, what part of the world do you live in? Are you in Florida too? Cameron, thanks for stopping in. Are you heading out? Good luck with your adventures. Bass wrangling with chicken. Hopefully, your adventures blow up the internet and you're hugely successful. Bobby, you might want to get this one. Little SH4. Pretty sexy. I don't know what flavor you like, Bobby. Chicken. Oh, man. Well, the sport is changing, I will say. So maybe this is the future. Shh, it's 4. Shh, 4. I didn't create this color. I wish I did, though. because it's beautiful. I think you can, I would probably give this color credit to somebody at Bagley's. I think Bagley created this color. They created a lot of colors. They had a pretty good paint department over there. But I will say, one of the first Bagleys I ever owned was this color. Because I bought it because I thought it was the most beautiful color I'd ever seen. Until I fished it and couldn't catch any fish on it. I don't know why. I don't know. It was probably me. Some people love this color. Some people catch a lot of bass on this color. I never caught as many fish as I would have thought on it, judging by how beautiful it is to the eye. Like it is a specimen to look at. But I never had that much success on it, unfortunately. The other thing I realized last week was that the last batch of Burnsies I sold was the last remaining boxes, shipping boxes I had. I had to order shipping boxes again. I think I ordered 400 last time, all gone. So I get those. Gotta get those out of the. Gotta go pick those up from the store. What was I about to say? I had something that just popped in my brain. Shipping boxes. Oh, so I got to clear out T-shirts. Here's my problem. When I first started the T-shirt thing, I got more requests for 2XL than anything. Everybody said I want 2XL. So what did I do? Made a shit ton of 2XLs. Now, apparently, everybody went on diets and they're not 2XLs anymore because nobody needs 2XLs. So I'm going to put, I got to get rid of all my old shirts. And there's a lot of 2XLs. That's what I got to get rid of the most. And what do y'all think the best way for me to do that is? And they're going to be cheap, like $10, $12, something like that, $10. But TK, under where my battery sits in my boat, there's a bunch of white kind of sticky stuff. What is that? BBC, you might need to ask yourself that question. What is that? It's been some hanky-panky going on in your boat? Travis, I don't know how that happens. Because those are all supposed to be pre-shrunk cotton shirts. Unless the one you got, because we did a couple different brands. Unless you got a poly blend, which those aren't supposed to shrink either. So it's weird. Like most of the shirts they make now are not like, they pre-shrink them typically. Which one did you have? Did you get the There's a hole in your battery. That doesn't sound good, BBC. Who shot a hole in your battery? You let one get away from you. I think BBC was fishing at night with his little girlfriend and let the damn worm get out of the damn bucket. You know what everybody likes around here, Stearman, is the Comfort Colors shirt. And they're like an 8-ounce shirt, and they're so thick and heavy. They last forever, but they're so thick, I don't know how anybody wears them. And you see people wearing those damn things all summer long. And it's like the hottest T-shirt known to man. But, and they're expensive as shit. It's like the most expensive T-shirt blank you can buy. But these folks around here, if it says Comfort Colors on it, they're like, oh yeah, we want it. I'm thinking to myself, dude, have you ever worn a shirt that wasn't like a sweater? Hello, AJ. Cameron, you got those new Jacob Wheeler versions? The Jacob Wheeler signature shirts? BBC, off to the battery store. Welcome to the club, bro. Welcome to the club. I wish I was on a phone. I'd take y'all to the back and show you the work my dad did on the little green boat. It looks pretty damn good. It's even got a removable front deck that I think I'm going to chop a hole in and put a recessed trolling motor pedal in it. It's going to be my crabbing rig. It's going to be my shrimping rig. Buying a Lund. Jeez Louise. AJ? Did your Instagram royalty check come in? Did your commission from the plug knocker come in? Oh man, I still got 10 more. I have even used Vienna sausages marinated the same way to my chicken it works. I would think the Vienna wieners would come off really easy because they're pretty squishy to begin with. Not much texture there. What kind of Lund? Tell us about this Lund, AJ. Wait a minute. If you get a Lund, that's going to make you a boater, not a co. Is that what I'm hearing? The man is moving to the front of the boat. We're about to see what AJ's really made of when he gets to make the calls. '94 16-footer. Come on. Come on, Linder. Ooh, tiller, even more fun. What age and manufacturer of the outboard and size? Got a 40 on it? I don't know what ones are for trolling walleye, and that's it. You could do a bass conversion on one, couldn't you? 30 Yamaha. Damn, good motor. Good motor. Was it a deal you couldn't refuse? Was it one of those deals where you weren't really looking, but it's so good that you said, I got to get this? Or have you been shopping? Put Ultrex on it and double the volume. There you go. The value, excuse me. BBC, how's your Mariner run? Besides you knocking the foot off of it or whatever you did. Whatever kind of dumb shit you did to it. Shooting holes in the batteries. Getting bad gas lines, whatever you did. Yeah, I wish I could convert this stream to my phone and then take my phone outside. Get the green rig out there. I gotta paint it. I don't know what color I'm gonna paint it. I know I'm gonna paint the inside gray, I believe. Because I don't know if a lot of y'all have been inside a lot of saltwater boats, but like where there's no carpet or like sea deck or anything like that, like typical bay boat center consoles. Well, they're typically white, and the white is so blinding in the summertime that you won't be able to see when you get back. I cannot stand a white interior because it just like reflects so much light that it's like staring at the sun all day. I don't care how cool it's supposed to stay, doesn't matter. You can't see. So I'm going to paint mine a darker color. Don't care how hot it gets. I don't want to be blinded. So I'm going to go with like a flat gray. And I was thinking just leaving outside the color it is, but while I'm painting, I could just sand it and paint it. I could just paint the outside black. I don't know what color I want to do it. Black would honestly look pretty badass. Yes, I do, BBC. Let's make a deal. I'll get the skeg welded back on. I do. I have just the boat for it. I have just the boat for it. Problem is, I got to come over there to you to get it. BBC, you need to do more work over here. You need more horse work over here so you could come this way and we can I can collect all this stuff that you have that I want. It's a good motor. That's a good motor. You quit hitting logs and stuff with it. You quit trying to break it. Here's the other color, Bobby. I don't think it's going to be for sale though. It's blueback. Eric will probably keep all these. How long is your boat, BBC? Detailed moss green. It probably wouldn't look half bad. That would be a really like do that. I'll tell you what a good color would be like. Which I don't think you can get. I would have to use like car paint, and I really don't want to do that. Paint it like that Eleanor color. BBC, have you ever caught a redfish while bass fishing? I think he said he's going to hawk a few of them, Burnsy. I know this particular color he'll probably keep some of, but I think he was going to hawk the other one. You never know with that guy. Eric, show yourself and tell us if you're going to hawk these or not. BBC, you're going to have the need for speed, bro. That thing's going to fly with a 70 on it. Are you going to re-sticker the cowling? Because I don't think it's rated for that. All done. Wish Eric had some of those tuned up bass alarm buzz baits. Did he ever do that? All right, what time is it? 1:30. All right. I got time to get out of here, and I'm going to take some pictures. Campers, might send an email out after this and put these baits up tonight so I can get this process going since I'm behind. But be on the lookout. I'll have to put the gas tank and batteries up front ready for 50. I'm going to put my batteries under the front deck, gas tank in the back. But I'll show you in a minute, BBC. I'll walk out there. Pretty cool. All right. All right, boys, girls, y'all be good. Good talking to everybody. Have a nice remainder of your weekend. I'm going to go home and try to cut some grass real quick. Watch for the email. Someone just died on the river. That sounds tragic, BBC. What happened? Are you just trying to keep me here? It's a hell of a comment to make right before I sign off. Hey, TK, before you go, did you hear the new info that came out on the Kurt Cobain homicide? No, what? BBC, what happened? You got me. You hooked me, bro. Beautiful baby. No, BBC. Not later, dudes. You got to talk, bro. You got to talk. Oh, hit a log. Dang. Will do. BBC, you should get into the wormhole. It's pretty fun. What was I going to say? I don't remember. I forgot. But all right, I'm going to take pictures. Peace be with you.